How are you today? This is Miss Bernie, and I am a very happy preschool teacher that I get to come and spend some time with you today. I would love to share some stories, some songs. Maybe someday we'll do some dancing and some movement activities. I might give you some art projects and a little bit of homework every now and then. Fun stuff for preschoolers. I love to unlock my imagination, and I love to help you learn how to unlock yours. So we're going to pretend right now. I like to pretend that this is my key to unlock the imagination. And the first thing we're going to do is use our imagination to realize that I am in an enchanted forest. It is a beautiful starry night, and I have my lanterns, my lights are twinkling, and the stars are shining, and I'm ready to share a fun story with you. Are you ready? All right. So let me just say, you need to get ready for some silliness. This is one of my favorite books. I've had it a long time, and it truly has some sillies in it. The authors that wrote this book really unlocked their imagination. The name of the book is The Cat Who Wore a Pot on Her Head. It is, and the authors are Jan Slepian and Anne Seidler. Illustrated, that means the person who did the pictures, by Richard Martin. Are you ready, friends? Me too. There once was a cat named Bendemelina. She lived in a house on Cat Street where cats and kittens all lived together. There were brothers and sisters and cousins, and they were in and out and all about. What a noisy place it was. One day, when Bendemelina was playing, she found a shiny pot. She took the pot and she put it on her head. Suddenly, all the noise was gone. She liked that quiet so much that she decided to wear the pot over her ears all the time. That same day, Mother Cat said to Bendemelina and her 9 little brothers and sisters, "I have to take care of a friend who's not feeling well today. But oh dear, how will I ever get everything done? How am I going to clean the house and cook your supper?" "Don't worry," said the kittens. "When you come home, supper will be ready and the house will be all cleaned. We'll take care of everything," they said. Mrs. Cat took Bendemelina with her. "I brought Bendemelina along so that she could run errands if we need anything." That's what she told her friend who wasn't feeling well. And soon Mrs. Cat wanted something. "Bendemelina, Bendemelina, run home and tell your brothers and sisters to put the fish on to bake." Bendemelina didn't quite hear what her mother had said because her ears were under that pot. Everything she heard was all mixed up. Did she say to put the smish on to fake? to put the bish in the lake? Benda Melina wondered as she ran home. Oh, she must have said to put soap in the cake. Mama wants you to put soap in the cake, she told all her brothers and sisters. And all the kittens wanted to do was to please their mother. So they poured some soap into the batter and mixed it up to make a cake. Yikes. Almost as soon as Benda Melina got back, her mother said, Benda Melina, I forgot to tell the children to put the soup on to heat. Please run home and tell the children to put the soup on to heat. Again, Benda Melina didn't hear very well because of that pot. Put the boop on the beep. Bop the boop on the meep. Oh, she must have said to iron the meat. Iron the meat. Mama says you should iron the meat, she told all her brothers and sisters. And they all wanted to please their mother. So they got out the iron and the ironing board, if you know what that is. And they were ironing the meat. All afternoon, Benda Melina ran back and forth, telling her brothers and sisters what Mama wanted them to do. Or so she thought. Once, oh dear, Mrs. Cat said to Benda Melina, run home and tell the children, oh you guys, to sweep out the hall. Okay, Mama. What did she say? Feep out the ball? Meep out the mall? Gleep-bitty all? Oh, Mother must have said to hang chairs on the wall. Mama wants you to hang the chairs on the wall. What? The children, they just wanted to please their mother. So they got out hammers and they got out some nails. And they started hanging up those chairs right on the wall. Soon, all of the neighbors started to gather around. They thought something was strange happening at that house. There were so many watching that Benda Melina had to crawl in between their feet and toes just to get back to her mother. Once again, Benda Melina's mother had a message for her children. Tell them to be sure to leave the key in the lock. Remember, leave the key in the lock. Well, oh my. Benda Melina raced home, saying to herself, leave the bee in the smock. Smick the smee on the sock. Sneaky wee wooby walk. Oh, she must have said to sew clothes on the clock. Sew clothes on the clock, Benda Melina told her brothers and sisters, and to please their mother, that is what they did. Benda Melina again ran back to her mother, who said, Benda Melina, supper must be nearly ready. Go tell the children to make something to drink. Mother said, ooh, make whiffy wink, whomp buffalo bink. Oh, she must have said to put a horse in the sink. And so she did. When Benda Melina told her brothers and sisters what Mother had said, they asked Mr. Horse, who just lived down the street if he wouldn't mind just sitting or standing in their sink just to please their mother. And we saw it. He said, sure. Well, by this time, the animals had come from all over to see for themselves what was happening at Mrs. Cat's house. There were big animals and small animals and in-between size animals. Mrs. Cat was almost ready to leave her sick friend when she said, now, Bendemelina, run home and ask one of your brothers to fix my chair. Up in the air, did she say sticky pear, purple hair? By the time Bendemelina got home, she decided that her mother had said, ask in a bear. And to please Mother, the kittens asked in a very big but friendly bear from the crowd, please come in, please come in. Just then, Mrs. Cat came home. She saw bubbles rising up out of the cake, bloop, 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 and meat on the ironing board ready to bake. She saw chairs on the wall and a bear in the hall. She saw a clock dressed in pink and a horse in the sink. And then under her chin, 10 little kittens marched in. What is the meaning of this? Mrs. Cat cried. Surprise! Surprise, said the kittens. They thought they had pleased their mother. They thought they had done everything just as she had asked. We all did our best, they called out. But Bendemelina was still mixed up because of that pot on her head, and she thought that somebody said to ask in the rest. And she flew the door open and said, everyone come in. Well, Mrs. Cat looked at all of her neighbors and her friends, and she looked at Bendemelina's head. Then she looked at her smiling kittens. She just could not be angry. She knew it was all the fault of that pot on her head. Everyone can stay for supper, said Mrs. Cat. But she took the pot off of Bendemelina's head and she made 2 holes for the ears in it, and then she put the pot back on Bendemelina's head. Bendemelina, Bendemelina, give me a hug, said Mother Cat. And did you think that Bendemelina, do you think she gave her mother a bug or a rug? No. She gave her mother just what she wanted. A great big hug. The end. I hope you liked that story. Isn't that silly? I love that book. That is really using the imagination, right? Well, I thought it might be fun for me to ask you if there are ways that you like to be helpful at home. Do you have some chores that you do? Or you can ask a grown-up, how can you be helpful? Maybe there are some things that need to be done today or right now. Maybe you can help with dinner. Maybe you can help with the laundry or some other chores that your mom or dad might have around the house for you or any of your grown-ups. Your grandmas, your aunts, your uncles. If you have any grown-ups that need some help around the house, what can you do to be helpful? So that's kind of like your little assignment from me right now. So maybe you can do those chores. Maybe you can draw a picture. You could draw a picture of something from the story, or a picture of you being helpful, or thinking of some other ideas of ways to be helpful. Okay? Well, I hope you had fun with Miss Bernie today. I'm going to sing the goodbye song if you would like to join me. We like to say goodbye, and sometimes we use different languages. So I'm going to wave today. You can also say goodbye with your head, with your shoulders. How would you like to say goodbye to me? Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. I'm going to use this shoulder. Adios. That would be Spanish. Everybody. Adios, everybody. Adios, adios, adios. My elbow. Let's do French. Au revoir, everybody. Au revoir, everybody. Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir. Italian. Arrivederci, everybody. Arrivederci, everybody. Arrivederci, arrivederci, arrivederci. Mwah. Bye, my friends. Until we can be together again, this is Miss Bernie signing off from her enchanted forest. Go unlock your imagination.